We are in a moment where we really switch from transactional to conversational behavior, from transactional to conversational relationship. So less than 20 years ago, the relationship between a user and a bank is basically you go into your physical branch, you do a transaction and you get out. Today, you have your bank 24/7 in your pocket and you check your bank account every second that you want. And you do all the transaction through your mobile. So between a brand and a user, there is an ongoing relationship that continuously evolves. And expectations is that the brand evolve with the technologies and with the users. And the expectations are also that as a user, I increase the level of experience of my access to a product or to a services. One of the interesting data or trends that we see from millennials is that millennials, they rise the expectations. If I can order an Uber with 2 clicks and they can have a physical car at the stair of my home in 2 minutes, why should I wait 20 minutes when I call a conference call or a call center? So you transpose the expectation of the high level of quality of services from Uber, you just click and in 2 minutes you have a physical car come and pick you up, to why when you click and you have to wait 20 minutes to talk to someone on a call center. So you transfer the expectation of the high-end services across products from taxis to any other transportation, or why when you talk to your government, the government responds so slowly. So government's institutions need to adjust and provide the higher services that match the expectations. Access is more important than ownership for many things, which means access to mobility is almost more important than owning a car. Access to information or to music. You don't own your own music, you access to Spotify or media. You use Netflix. Information through Wikipedia or GitHub. Knowledge, financial resources, Kickstart that can give you access to funds in a very different way. So access is very important, even more important than ownership. But ownership is still interesting. So there are like a balanced way to think, but definitely this is one of the critical points. Number 1, purpose matter, which means you buy a product that is not a mere product, but is embed also a vision or a sentiment. So you're more inclined to buy a product or a service that respect our planet, for example. 2, transparency is critical. We are in a generation where we want to know where our money goes, and we want to have access to those information on a daily, hourly based. So transparency from companies is key and relevant. Number 3, we said millennials are story doers, which means that through storytellings and through communication, you're trying to understand all the different aspects of a product. So they are empowered as a consumer. They do not only receive products, but they tell stories about products. They evaluate and they react. Number 4, millennials are what they have been defined the prosumer generation. So the do-it-yourself generation, where from 3D printing to customized products, you can customize and personalize your products, which is very new and very interesting at all levels. Number 5, I would say there is also an interesting new trend, which is this subscription models. So you do not buy simply one product, but you subscribe to a series of products. So basically, if you're trying to buy clothes, for example, you log online and you establish your personality. And through artificial intelligence and machine learning and matching algorithm, the brand knows what type of characters or personas you are and start to send you on a monthly basis some products that you can try, use, and then trash. So it's not only you buy one product and you stick for life, but it's an ongoing relationship with the brand. So we're no longer in a transactional relationship, but always conversational relationship between a brand and a company and the users. Some companies, they are surfing the wave and they're really reacting very fast. Some other companies are slow. What we see around millennials is we define them as forever learners. So we're no longer in a period where you go to a school, you acquire some set of knowledge or skills, and then you apply for the next 40 years of your life this knowledge into a company. But basically what's happening today is you learn something, you start to apply, you go into the real world, you get a job, but then you go back to learning. And in the same time, there is a parallel interweaved dynamics between learning and doing. So that is definitely a characteristics that we observe in millennials, but is not only applied to millennials. And I'm not even sure that is a choice of millennials. Today you learn and do at the same time, and we're no longer in a linear period. And so services and products should be designed in that way, which is very different than designing or providing services where you learn something and then you do something, or you learn something about a product and then you apply this product to your life.